Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cabin Fever. You're here with Megan Stewart, the museum educator here at the Kamloops Museum and Archives. And just before we begin today, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are on the traditional and unceded territories of the Secwepemc First Nation. Now for our craft today, you don't need too many supplies. We're going to be making painted rocks. So if you happen to be out on a walk or an adventure, feel free to pick up some rocks. I find the large ones tend to work better. If you have a chance, you're going to want to throw a coat of white paint on there, but if not, that's totally okay too. And do keep in mind that for this activity, acrylic paints are going to work a little bit better than those tempera-based ones. Otherwise, I found I got some cracking and flaking in my paint. So today we're going to start with a song, and this song is called Hey You're Adorable, and it's going to be using some sign language. Some of you guys might already know some sign language. You might have used it when you were still learning to talk, but we're going to sign the alphabet today. So this song goes like this. A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charms. D, you're a darling, and E, you're exciting, and F, you're like a feather in my arm. G, you look good to me. H, you're so heavenly. I, you're the one I idolize. J, we're like Jack and Jill. K, you're so kissable. L is for the love light in your eyes. N-O-P, I could go on all day. Q-R-S-T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay. You make my life complete. V means you're very sweet. W-X-Y-Z, it's fun to wander through the alphabet with you, to tell you what you mean to me. So that's A, You're Adorable. The next one we're going to sing is called Duck and Cover. Now this song is another historic one. Some of your grandparents might recognize this one. We used it a lot in Lower Mainland, just we had earthquakes and things to think about, but it was actually released in the 1950s as a way to help school children with the threat of nuclear bombs. Anyways, it goes like this. There was a turtle and his name was Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He'd duck and cover. He'd duck and cover. He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you. Duck and cover. Dum dum, deedle dum dum, deedle dum dum. Deedle dum dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He'd duck and cover. He'd duck and cover. He did what we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you. Duck and cover. So that's duck and cover. Now today we're going to do something a little bit special and different for our story. Instead of using a felt board story today, we're going to use story stones. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom the camera in just a little bit so that you can see the story stones really nice and clear. All right, guys, so our story for today is the Three Billy Goats graph. So some of you guys probably already know it, but here we go. So once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats. There was the tiniest billy goat, the middle billy goat, and their big older brother, the largest billy goat. And these 3 billy goats lived on one side of a bridge. And on their side of the bridge, as you can see, the ground was very, very brown. There wasn't a lot of grass or flowers for them to eat, and they were very hungry. But on the other side of the bridge, there were flowers and grass, and it was beautiful and sunny. Well, those billy goats wanted to get to the other side, but living underneath the bridge was an enormous troll. And that troll would gobble up anyone who tried to cross his bridge. Well, one day, the little baby billy goat had had enough, and he decided to cross the bridge anyway. So he went trip, trap, out onto the bridge. And not a moment had passed when they heard, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" And out came the enormous troll, looking at the little billy goat. Well, the little billy goat said, "It is I, the smallest billy goat, Gruff. But please don't eat me." "I will eat you," roared the troll. "You will be a nice, delicious snack." "Oh no," said the smallest billy goat. "You should wait for my older brother. He's much larger and tastier than I." "Well, all right then," said the troll, and he went back underneath his bridge. So the smallest billy goat went all the way across the bridge to the grass, and he pranced and danced in the sunshine, and he was very, very happy. So, seeing how happy their brother was, the next billy goat decided to try to cross the bridge. So he went trip, trap, and before too long they heard the troll roar out, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" And the second billy goat said, "It is I, the middle billy goat." And the troll said, "I'm going to gobble you all up. You will be a delicious snack, and I am very hungry." "Oh no," said the middle billy goat. "You shouldn't eat me up. You should wait for my older brother. He is much larger and more tasty than I." Said the troll. "All right then." So he went back down underneath the bridge, and the middle billy goat crossed over as well. And he joined his little brother over in the land of all the grass and flowers they could eat, and they danced and pranced in the sunshine. Well, along came the oldest billy goat. Seeing how happy his brothers were on the other side of the bridge, he decided to make his way across too. So he went trip, trap, up onto the bridge. And in a moment they heard, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" And out jumped the enormous troll. And he said, "You must be the largest billy goat. I'm going to gobble you all up." But unfortunately for the troll, the biggest billy goat said, "Oh no, you're not," and ran at him with his big enormous horns and bump, knocked him right off the bridge into the water. And he went across the bridge too and joined his brothers on the other side. And they pranced and danced in the sunshine and ate grass and ate flowers. And that's the end. All right, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the Three Billy Goats Gruff told with story stones. The next song that we're going to sing is by Raffi. So he's another really famous children's artist, similar to Charlotte Diamond. If you haven't heard of him, I highly encourage you to look him up. Banana Phone is by Raffi, also Baby Beluga, which is what we're going to sing right now. So Baby Beluga goes like this. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea, swim so wild and you swim so free. Heaven above, sea below, and a little white whale on the go. Baby beluga, oh baby beluga, is your mama home? Is the water warm with you? So happy, way down yonder where the dolphins play, free to swim and splash all day. Waves roll in, waves roll out, see the water squirt out of your spout. Baby beluga, oh baby beluga, is the water warm? Is your mama home with you? So happy when it's dark and you're home in bed, curled up snug in your water bed. moon is out and the stars are bright. Good night, little whale, good night. Good night, little whale, good night. So that's Baby Beluga, one of my favorite Raffi songs. And now we're gonna head into our craft for today. So like I was saying, today we are going to be making painted rocks. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a painted rock ladybug, but it is totally up to you if you want to make something completely different. If you want to use your imagination and get creative, it is totally up to you. So for this craft, I'm gonna use red and black paint. Of course, you are more than welcome to use whatever colors you happen to have around the house. And as always, no pressure to have all of these things in the house. If you're looking for paint alternatives that can be used on paper, some food coloring and shaving cream, you can use that. You can also break down chalk to make some watercolors. It won't work on rocks, but there are other alternatives to painting with acrylics. So I'm also going to use some googly eyes and some glue, and I'm going to use some glitter glue as well. So it is totally up to you. Use as much or as little of the supplies as you would like. I'm going to start with my rock, which I have given this one a base coat. So I used white acrylic for this. I did try white tempera, but again, I found that it really cracked and flaked off. So I did have better luck with the acrylics, and I just have my googly eyes as well. So I'm going to start with my paint palette. With acrylics, do make sure you give them a good shake before you start setting them out, as they do tend to separate just a little bit. So I'm going to start with some red paint and some black paint, of course, for the spots. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here with some red. Now for your ladybug, you're going to want to paint the whole darn thing red. And if you're painting something else, that is totally, totally fine. These rocks make a great gift, especially if you know someone who loves to garden. There's nothing cuter than finding a little painted rock ladybug in your garden. Very, very sweet. So we'll go ahead and give this guy a coat of red. I've seen as well, if you're interested in community participation right now, which I know can be challenging, in Peterson Creek especially, I've been seeing lots of painted rocks with hearts on them. So obviously that trail is widely used by our healthcare workers, so a nice way to shout out to them and to thank them for their service on the front lines, but also just another alternative if you're looking for more crafts around rocks and rock painting. And of course, if you're working with a little one, I highly encourage you just to let them use their imagination and paint their rock any way they would like. So I've gone ahead and I've painted my whole entire rock red. Now I'm going to get ready here and I'm going to add some spots. So just some nice polka dots. Now you can of course wait until your red paint is dry, but I'm not having any trouble getting the black to go on over it. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep going here. Now I am going to take my glitter glue and I'm going to make a line down the middle just to separate out my ladybug's wings. And because I'm going to use googly eyes, I'm actually going to give my ladybug a black head. So I'm going to just go ahead and cordon that off here. If you don't have googly eyes at home, not a worry. Feel free to just paint on some eyes and a smile, and your ladybug will look just as good. Last year for Father's Day, I actually made my dad a whole heap of fruit to put in his garden made out of rocks. I think my favorite was a big rock watermelon. So lots and lots of options when it comes to rock painting, and just a really fun, different way to sort of explore your creativity. All right, so there's my rock so far. I've got my black spots added on there. I've got my little black face waiting for its eyes. Now I'm going to take my glitter glue and I'm going to go ahead and make a line down the center just to separate out the wings of my ladybug. So again, if you don't have glitter glue at home, not a worry at all. Feel free to do this just with your paint. And again, it's going to look just as good. So there we go. Nice separated wings on my ladybug. Now I'm going to put my googly eyes on. So I'm going to use white glue for this. If you have an enterprising adult helping you out with this, you can also feel free to use a glue gun. They will, of course, dry much faster and stay on a little bit better than they will with white glue if you use the glue gun. So one eye on. Go, 2 eyes on. All right, so there we go. So that's my ladybug. Now all that's really left is to let it dry. So it's got 2 little eyes, some spots there, the nice line down the middle, and that's how you make a painted rock ladybug. Again, feel free to paint whatever you like on there. That's just a really quick and easy one that looks really cute in the garden now that it is spring and we're able to get out in our gardens a little bit more. All right, so I'll just set this guy off to the side to dry. All right, and we're gonna finish today with one of my very favorite children's songs. I believe it's originally done by Raffi. I've also seen a version out there by Charlotte Diamond. And the story goes that this song was actually originally written by a child in Russia. So it's been translated many times into many different languages. And if you look it up online, you will find that those lyrics are available. It's a nice way to just sort of introduce your child to some different languages. But it's called May There Always Be Sunshine. So, may there always be sunshine. May there always be blue sky. May there always be mama. May there always be me. May there always be sunshine. May there always be blue sky. May there always be Papa. May there always be me. May there always be sunshine. May there always be blue sky. May there always be family. May there always be me. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Cabin Fever. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.